Sunday obviously begins Holy Week, this most sacred time in the Church's year, in which we are brought into the drama and the mystery of Christ's passion, death and resurrection. So we just had the Papalaspas and Palaspas, you like that? So the blessing of the palms is obviously a reminder to us of the gospel that we read today from Mark, of the entry of Jesus into Jerusalem when the palms were brought out by the people and waved in admiration of him and laid upon the ground for him. So for us it's a chance to reenact that event where we honour Christ as King. His kingship really is played out in, probably more clearly, in the reality of the donkey, actually. Jesus rides into Jerusalem with palms waving, people adoring him as a king. But the significance of the donkey is that a donkey is not an animal of honour or glory or power. A donkey is not a stallion, if you like, it's not an animal of kings. So Jesus rides into Jerusalem as a king, but he remakes the image of kingship after God's image. And that kingship is about humility, it's about service, and it's about laying down his life in humility and service for the healing and the liberation of his people.
Once and for all, the Son of God will die for us. That's the amazing truth that we celebrate. And the amazing thing about it is that the celebration is once for all. It doesn't have to be repeated. It's never going to be repeated. When we celebrate the sacrifice on the altar, it's not a new sacrifice. It's the same sacrifice of Jesus. We remember what Jesus did. Memory is so important in our faith because we can be in the middle of a big trial. We can be in the middle of great suffering. And one of the best ways to endure a trial and to endure suffering is not to focus on them, but to remember the goodness of God in my life. When this happened 14 years ago, God saw me through, or there was a way through. When a similar thing happened last year, we found the way through. Memory is so important. That is why we celebrate Easter every year. We can't trust ourselves to remember it. In fact, we don't celebrate it every year. We celebrate it every Sunday. Every Sunday is Easter Sunday. A little Easter, maybe, but it is Easter Sunday. We are doing what Jesus did nearly 2,000 years ago. This is our faith. This is what we believe. And we're not here to put on a show for the people. We're not here to put on a show for the world. We are not here to entertain. We are here to remember the goodness of God to us and to celebrate His goodness. Yes, sometimes liturgy can be exciting. Sometimes, yes, it can be entertaining, but that is not its focus. Its focus is to remember what Christ has done for us. And if we remember what Christ has done for us, then we will begin to allow the grace of God to work in our hearts, in our minds, and in our lives. Then we will begin to see the possibilities for our lives, because God is with us and we are not alone.